Hello and welcome back to another trading recap video. Today was August 31st, wrapping up the end of the month. A little bit short of the daily goal, being $100. But I did give a little bit off the top. Off the first two trades, I was up 105, and then I ended up giving back about 50 on a trade on ALLK, which I will go over in just a little bit here. So first and foremost, getting up this morning, looking at the gap scan, I got a few things on the watch list, and the best looking one pre-market was NUWE. This one was up on some news, positive data on coronary artery, medical talk over my head, but yeah, it was a positive headline. And I didn't take any trades through this area, but then it did a really nice red to green here, and it ended up halting. This thing halted a number of times throughout the morning. I think it was like 4 or 5 times. But it was a little bit of a cheaper stock, and it was moving pretty quickly, so that would make sense. On this resumption here, we got a higher resumption from locked up here at 39 in a halt, and it opened 6 cents higher at 45. So I was looking for the dip and rip. So we look for an open higher, a dip, and when the bulls come in, hit the buy button for the retest of highs and the break of new high. So on this one, I was going for exactly that. We dipped about 3 cents on the open. It was a little aggressive, but I got in because I didn't want to miss it and to see if it was going to be quick. I ended up going about 2 cents, but then started hesitating right around this level. And then I got out real quick for, I think it was like 20-30 bucks, taking 1,000 shares, so every cent being 10 bucks. And then ended up flushing down here to 35, but then this got bought up really nicely. And it went to 50. I didn't take any trades through that. And then when it hit 50, pulled back to 45. That's where I entered with another 1,000 shares to see if we get the retest of 50 and maybe the break of that $0.50 level. And that ended up being a really nice trade where we did get exactly that. I bought in, it held, and made a push, and I sold here on 52 right as it was locking into another halt. So right there, I was up 105 bucks on the day, and as you can see, I gave a little bit of it back off the top. So through the rest of this area, I didn't take many trades. I tried again through this area when it broke over, but this ended up being kind of just a break-even trade here. And then right here, this should have been a really nice trade on this false breakout, but I got in. My strategy being in and out quick, kind of the bail or the breakout or bailout mentality, it kind of got me a little bit in trouble here where I left this trade on the table. I'm going to bring this one over from the stream from today. So this was one on, yeah, like I said, it ended up being a false breakout in hindsight there. Let me find the trade here real quick. So it was when it came up to this level and it made a triple top. And then that dip got bought up right there after it made the triple top. And it broke up over this resistance level. Now, we've been having this resistance right here. We were having this all morning. So we have wicks right here. We have wicks right here, all between about 70, 72. And when it got over that, it popped over, came back, kind of the same style trade that I did on NUWE that ended up being really nice. Went for the retest to see if it would hold 70 here for the retest of highs. I bought in, and it hesitated just a little bit right there, 72, and then it came down to 71, and I hit the sell button. And you see right as I hit the sell button, right, that's where I hit it, submitted successfully, boom, 78. That was, I mean, right as I was hitting the sell button, it moved away on me. So that one I'm going to leave on the table. Ended up being a small losing trade where it should have been, you know, an 8-cent winner, but it is what it is. I'll have to keep this one in mind next time to maybe just hold for a little second longer, or, you know, since it came back on a really nice support here, just give it, you know, another half a second to resolve. But anyway, that's going to be that. So that was a little bit disappointing there. And then the one trade that I gave back about 50 at the top from was ALLK. And this one, I shouldn't have even really traded, honestly. This one was moving, no news, so I was skeptical of it. I didn't really trust it that well, because it was up like 40%, just kind of random momentum. I ended up taking one decent trade through this curl here. I only think I got about 10 cents on it, and it was a little bit more of an expensive stock. I was taking 400 shares. And then right here, I got caught in this false breakout. Now, granted, this could have been a lot worse, and I cut it when I did, and it ended up being a good bailout, but Yeah, as you can see, this came up when this dip got bought up really nicely here. I basically bought at the top of this for the breakout, and I got in, and it hit 31. I could hit sell, but it was a quick flash. It hit 31 and came right back down, so I sold for what I thought was break even, but by the time I was getting filled, it was probably down closer to about 6.05. So it ended up being a good, 10, 15 cent loser. So that pretty much wraps up the trades for today. That was, I think, I took a couple more stabs on NUWE as it was consolidating here. I tried one when it started curling back after it halted down here. I tried one in this green candle here, but those were just smaller. Setups weren't really that great. The volume was lighter. But I mean, this thing was great. Hey, it closed up 130% on the day. Ended up just kind of trading flat. It just consolidated for us the day until the end. Last couple hours of the day, it kind of started fading, but we'll see what it looks like tomorrow. Yeah, so all in all, it was a pretty good day, plus $70 to wrap up the month. Tomorrow's a new month, September 1st, so clean slate in a way. It's always kind of a good feeling. So we're going to go into that strong. Yeah, hope everyone was green, and as always, I will be back in another recap video. Later.